Yo, what's good, boys? My shit's cooked. Today, passed my accounts, as you can see, right here. So both of them passed. So big milestone has been achieved, and yeah, man, just gonna keep on doing my same shit, keep on following the same rules. Gonna try to not keep it or treat it like any differently than the way that I trade right now. And yeah, just don't let it get to your head, bro. I'm just gonna trade the same way I always do, and not really just still try not to focus really on the money. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. With that in mind, right? So today, I'm going to be pretty much breaking down the top 4 mistakes that have held me back in my trading throughout my 1 year of trading. Pretty much so you don't have to. Okay, so am my mic working? Yeah. Okay, so the first problem is to stop fucking trading in bad conditions. Okay, I just realized this only about a month and a half ago ish, right? That the majority of my trades that I was losing was due to, pretty much just trading unprobable days. Okay, it didn't have to be a no news day. Yes, a lot of them were no news days that I was getting chopped out and lost these trades, but it was mostly just days that I saw, a lot of high time from SMT forming back and forth, a lot of shitty looking candles, not a lot of displacement, not many fair value gaps, and I would still end up forcing an entry. Okay, I still wanted to have that little dopamine hit of getting in that trade that week because I felt like, I needed to enter at least 2 or 3 trades a week, right? I needed to do that. But I quickly learned through my data that was represented, looked through my Notion. After a while, I was like, damn, I'm getting chopped out in so many of my losing trades. And literally the majority of them played out to my drawn liquidity. So my trade idea was correct, but I just got chopped out, and I was choosing to trade on those days, and that was what was fucking me up for a very long time, right? So I realized that through my data that a lot of these days that I was losing, the majority of them were due to me getting chopped out trading bad days. So what did I do? Right? I stopped trading bad days. Okay, and what does that mean? I pretty much cut out a lot of just extra shit that I really don't need. So Fridays, I already trade no news. I already don't trade no news Mondays. So that's definitely a no-go for y'all boys. If you're trading no news Mondays, and you're like very unexperienced, you don't at least have like fucking 5 years in the market, and you're trading no news Mondays, you're kind of gambling, to be honest. Yeah, as you probably see, it's not the best price action. Typically, it's very choppy. It's very 50-50. So, what I did was I also cut out Fridays. No news Fridays. That's the opening and the closing of the week are typically the choppiest, right? We return back into the range of the weekly profile, right? So most likely on Fridays we are going to chop if we do not have news. If we don't have news, if it's a no news day, typically we're going to chop. So I realized that, cut out Fridays as well, and then now I try to stay safe on days that are no news. Tuesday through Thursday, you could typically find a good trade within the first hour and a half of market open, even if there's no news. But then after that, around 10, after that 950 to 1010 macro price, what I've realized goes to shit. So being really careful on those days, but then high impact in those days, those are the days that I really, really trust in my bias, and really, really, believe that the majority of my plays are going to, play out, right? And ever since I've done that, I have completely, did a 180 in my trading. A lot of these tips I'm about to give you, they have literally changed my trading completely. Okay, this is one of the big ones. Literally, I believe I would be profitable by now fully if I have been trading, if I just traded once or twice a week, just the best high impact news days that my model looked great. I would be profitable by now, but this is what I was fucking up with. So the next point is to know when enough is enough. Okay, when I say enough is enough, I'm talking about content wise. Okay, so let's just say if you are 4, 5, 6 months into trading, right? ICT, I trade ICT. Many of you may not, but if you do trade ICT, or if you're looking into smart money concepts, I believe that you need to start with TGR Bootcamp, okay, 2022 mentorship, and then core content at least month 1 through 4, okay? The last 2 are ICT, the first one is TGR. And, once you go through each of these mentorships and you collect a lot of fucking data, a lot of notes, you should be done. Okay, I got to a point in my trading where I was 7 months in 6 months. No, if I was 6 months in my trading, literally halfway. It was this summer, and I was on a funded account. I had a great working strategy. I was still using IFEGs, and had a great working strategy. It was working, and I changed one little thing because I was still learning at that time. I would still watch, random YouTubers online, doing like trader views, doing, analysis, explaining their different ways to understand the market. And the more you do of that, after you learn the basics, this is all you need. This is not even the basics, right? Learning TGR Bootcamp, 2022 mentorship, and core content, that's a lot of shit. That's all you need, okay? So once I started learning more and all that shit, I added a couple more things to my model and it fucked it up, right? I went from being $300 away from passing the account to completely blowing the account, right? Just because I started to add more shit in there, right? So that is a big mistake I've made, and I don't want a lot of y'all boys to make the same mistake. So please go through each one of these, really do your due diligence, and study this shit and take a lot of notes, okay? And once you do that, once you are fully done, you have found a decent model, you've been practicing for a little bit, stop watching content. You do not need any more. Stop watching these videos. The only data that you need to collect is your own model. Okay, that's it. Don't watch any more of these YouTubers, all that shit. Okay, so that's a big mistake that I made that I've now corrected. I try to stay away from all that shit, recaps, and not really recaps, but all the technical analysis videos, because I'm just scared it's gonna happen again for some reason. I'm gonna decide, let me just add this. This sounds cool, so I'm gonna start using this. But right now I've cemented my model to the point where I don't want to add anything more to it. Third one is to stop caring about the result. Okay, this is pretty much me right here, right? When I win, I'm okay, right? When I lose, I'm okay. It's the same fucking thing, right? And I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself all the time, all the fucking time, of this exact phrase. Okay, when I'm in the middle of a trade and I'm nervous, I entered in a good short or a good long, and I'm trusting it, right? I'm not gambling, right? Because I believe that this is gonna happen. I'm not taking a random ass trade that I'm super I'm against. That just doesn't make sense, right? I'm in a trade that I actually trust, but I'm still nervous. Okay, obviously many of us are nervous when we're putting on size, so you're nervous, and I just have to remind myself all the time. I did it today. That it does not matter. I'm in the trade now. I can either win, I can either break even, or I can lose. Those are the three results of this trade. So why the fuck care? Why care so much? And the answer to that simply is, for me, is number one, trust in my trust in God. Second of all, trust in myself. Right? If you are able to put your trust in God, I don't know if y'all boys are religious. If y'all aren't religious, put your trust in the process, okay? Put your trust in the process, in God, and it will soon enough play out. So why care so much about the short-term results if you are willing to do this for months and months and months, and a year on end, okay, to the point where you're profitable? What is the point? There's no point in worrying about it. There's no point in caring so much, and is the trade gonna play out? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, it doesn't matter at all. Right, so you need to be focusing more on the actual actions and what you need to do when you're in a trade than focusing so much on how much am I going to lose from this? Like, it's getting really close to my stop loss. And again, you're getting emotional while trading. So caring so much about the result. Again, today I was $1,000 past my account, so I just needed one more trade. Enter the trade, and I started thinking about just every scenario, me losing the trade, me winning the trade, and passing the account. And I just had to remind myself, stop thinking about the result. Just let it play out, and soon enough, in the long term, it will play out. If you continue to work towards this shit every single day, it is impossible for it to not play out. If you continue working on your habits, your good habits, and your bad habits, you will soon figure this out. So there's no point in caring so much about the short term. Right, so the next one, and the last one, is to stop overcomplicating your trading, okay? This is the same thing earlier when I was talking about adding more shit to your model, right? I struggled with this shit for a long ass time, right? Because I remember me having sticky notes. I don't have those type of sticky notes anymore, but I have different ones. But I used to have sticky notes on the bottom of my monitor at my old house. or my home, where I was fucking born. Not born, but you know what I fucking mean, right? I'm in a dorm now. I'm in college, but yeah, 6 months ago when I was at home, I would have these little fucking notes at the bottom of my monitor that would be talking about, stop overcomplicating your trading, be simple, because I struggle with that so much. I would look at every little thing, right? If I'm looking for longs, right, I would look at every single confluence on the low time frame and the high time frame that would go against my trade bias. Okay, and that would make me second guess myself, not enter the trade, or second guess myself and change my bias for no reason, right? And then I would fuck me up in the long run. So that cooked me a lot. And yeah, bro, the more simple your strategy and your model, the better. You see a lot of these guys on TikTok that become fully profitable off of, as simple as it is, liquidity or imbalances and liquidity. That's it. Okay, you see these dudes, these fucking demons. Okay, it's because they know how the market moves, and all you need to know is imbalances and liquidity. Okay, my model is just SMT and inversion fair value gap. That is it. Okay, not breaker, not breaker with an order block, with the fair value gap, with price tapping into the premium after a liquidity sweep. All that bullshit. You do not need that. Okay, that is overcomplicating it. You're gonna stress yourself out when trading. You need to stick with a simple ass fucking model that you've seen decent results from. Okay, and all these models are gonna work. Okay, all these models are gonna work. You just have to practice and stick with one for a while. Okay, and if it's taught ICT, it's as simple as a liquidity sweep and fair value gap, or price retraces into the OTE and then inversion fair value gap. Any of those things, I recommend 2 or 3 confluences, and that's it. Okay. Because again, adding so many fucking confluences, you're gonna stress yourself the fuck out when you're in a trade, and it's just not worth it, right? And you're not gonna get many entries ever. If you fucking have an OTE, an inversion fair value gap, with a confluences of a breaker block and a liquidity sweep, that's so much shit. You're probably gonna fucking see that setup maybe once every 2 weeks. Okay, that's not even worth it for the chance that it still might not work out. So this is not worth it at all. You need to pick a model that you see each and every single day. Okay, maybe not during the AM session, but I mean even mine, SMT and inversion fair value gap. It pretty much happens every single day. Every single day I look into the market and I don't worry, oh, is this going to show up today? Because the majority of the time it will show up in the AM session. If it doesn't at all in the AM session, at all, right? And that's very rare. It will show up in the PM session, 100%. 100%. So, and again, the more you add to your model, the more shit you're going to have to look at while you're trading, so that causes stress, and there's just no point in adding so much shit. Like, this is the average retailer, okay? And, people that fucking trade like this, the majority of the time, they're not profitable. Okay, they're fucking micro scalpers that take crazy, just fucking 1,000 entries a day. There's no point in doing that. You take 1 or 2 trades a day, you keep it very fucking simple. 1 or 2 trades a day, you are done. Win or loss, it doesn't matter. Okay, you take 1,000 of fucking trades a day, dude. Number one, you're gonna get emotional as shit. Second of all, there's just no point in doing that. Like, you're wasting so much time. You're spending so much time in front of the charts when you don't need to. You could spend all that other time, back testing. You can do other things, reviewing notes, or going outside or do something else, bro. But just micro scalping the low time frame with crazy ass shit like this, just overcomplicating everything, I just don't believe it's profitable, right? So again, you see all these guys online making money off of simple ass models. That's all you need. That's all you need. Just keep it simple, boys, and trust in your bias. And yeah, boy, yeah. So hope y'all boys enjoyed today's video, found something helpful and insightful from it. Let me know in the comments if you did find anything helpful from this, because I enjoyed kind of making videos like these where they're kind of it's kind of like a whiteboard style. Next year I'm planning on getting a whiteboard, a big ass whiteboard, and doing some videos with that as well. So, but yeah, let me know if y'all enjoy videos like this where I really break it down with pictures and all that and graphics. But yeah, boys, I hope y'all have a blessed day, and peace out.